Leisegang has been making waves locally and internationally in the classical composition sphere. The award-winning artist is now back in Johannesburg for her Come Full Circle event set to be held at the CIRCA on Jellicoe on the 10th of May. Caroline Leisegang joins me in studio to tell us more about her music and upcoming concert. A very good morning to you, Caroline, and good to see you.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Great stuff. Now, you've been away for quite a while now. How does it feel to be back in Johannesburg, and what was your reason for your absence?
Well, I haven't been out of Johannesburg. I moved back from London about 4 years ago in 2014, and I've been basically writing music for the last 4 years and trying to release albums. I'm on my third album this year. Last year, I took a bit of a break because I was sick and in and out of hospital and just kind of fell into a slump of not...
So you decided to take a break?
Yeah, well, I just didn't have the motivation to do anything, and then I decided, but I was still writing throughout the year, and then I just decided that, you know what, I'm actually just going to release another
album. And now you're back
album.
with a bang. So tell me, do you write or compose your own music?
Yes, completely.
Okay.
So from pen to paper, basically.
Right.
I'm slowly getting into the performance side of things.
And you're doing well in that space, I must say. Now, for those who don't know you or who are listening or hearing you for the first time, how would you describe your sound?
My sound? Well, this is very interesting because I've been thinking a lot about it lately with questions that people have been asking me through my PR campaign and speaking to friends and just general people, and I'm quite a repetitive person.
Really?
I mean, if there's a song I like, I listen to it on repeat for weeks and weeks and weeks. And so in my music, I've realized that I have a lot of repetition. So I've now realized that it's a structural element to my music, but it's also becoming more part of my sound as a composer. So I think, yeah.
And you've also performed beyond the shores of South Africa. What has that taught you about the industry locally compared to the industry, well, the international industry?
Well, I haven't yet performed overseas. I will eventually, but the interesting thing is that we have an incredible underground, well, it's not really underground, it's in front of everybody's faces, that we have an incredible classical scene in South Africa. I mean, there are some of the most outstanding classical musicians here, but there's not enough attention placed on classical music in South Africa. From Classic FM to newspapers to magazines to any form of media. So I think that through my performances I want to challenge people to be like, okay, well, if she wants to push her music so much, then we should do it too.
Absolutely.
Because it's not a dying art form. Overseas, composers my age are the hottest thing to go and watch every week. You'll go to, say in London, you'll go to the Barbican and you'll watch a young composer perform. Where
musically, do you have a mentor? Who do you look up to in this industry?
That's a
tough one, eh?
That's a tough one. I don't know. If we're talking in terms of South Africa,
well, anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. I look up to composers like Philip Glass. He worked as a construction worker until he could make his break, and he just carried writing on music for years and years and years and worked as a construction worker until finally someone was like, okay, I really, really love your music. Let's start doing something about it. And now he's one of the biggest names in contemporary classical music in the world at the moment. He's a legacy.
Geez, quite inspirational, eh?
And he was just a construction worker and then composed at night and played, but he's a far more accomplished.
Now, Caroline, you've made a debut on the CIRCA on Jellicoe, and now you're back for the Come Full Circle. What are you promising your audience?
See, this is the thing, is that I'm not quite sure what I'm promising my audience. I keep saying I promise an experience because it's going to be my debut as a performer.
Right.
Not just the composer. So this will be my first full concert, like proper, like go up in front of everyone, play for an hour.
And I have a feeling it's going to be fireworks.
I don't know. I might put a disclaimer at the beginning saying I might stumble a little bit.
Okay.
Just bear with me.
Whatever the case is, all the best, hey?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Caroline. That's the youngest classical composer to come out of South Africa, Caroline Leisegang, speaking to us about her return to Johannesburg for her upcoming one-night-only Come Full Circle event set to take place on the 10th of May.